let's have a bit of a discussion about the tenants. So my agent, I think they must have interviewed at least 10 people. I mean, they went in on the marketing of this property and they did really well. One thing I liked about what they did is that they scheduled a lot of the viewings on the same day. I think the bulk of that 10 were on the same day. So you'd have a bunch of people all looking on the same day at the same time. And it obviously drives up competition amongst the tenants because they get the impression that, hey, look, there's a lot of competition for this. It's obviously a good flat in a good area because so many people want it. So really good stuff from the agent. Applicant one, okay, they were looking for a 12-month tenancy. They wanted to move in ASAP. It was 2 adults and a child, no pets, non-smokers, they weren't on benefits, no adverse credit. They moved to the UK and been staying with family for the last 3 months. And both adults were working with recruitment companies and the wages were affordable for the property. That was the first tenant or tenants. Second, tenants. They were looking to start with 6 months, looking to move in January. 2 adults, 1 child, no pets, no smokers, no benefits, no adverse credit. Has been in a tenant. They were a tenant in another city for the last 5 months, employed as a registered nurse. So one of them was employed as a registered nurse, and the wages were affordable for the property. Which one are you going for, okay, in terms of those 2 tenants? Let me know in the comment section below. I want you to put on your landlord hats for a second and let me know who you would have gone with. And don't change your answer based on what I say next. I really want to know your true thoughts on that. So me personally, right, I have learned the benefit over the years of really screening your tenants well. I've had one tenant actually who turned out to be a right nightmare, and that was to do with their affordability and their time in and out of a job and falling behind with rental payments. And long story short, I had to end up going for the deposit because they just refused. They moved out and just didn't pay, and they left the house in a state as well. So bearing that in mind, and I think that should be at the forefront of every landlord's mind, you need to screen your tenants well. Yes, the agent's going to do a lot of the work for you, but also, you know, do some of the work yourself when it comes to, you know, looking at it properly and making your own mind up. So I personally went with, drum roll, applicant number 1. Why did I do that? First of all, they were looking for a tenancy of 12 months. So I don't want to be in a position where they've only been in for 6 months, and 6 months will fly by, guys. Then you have to start the whole marketing process again. And, you know, they might extend, but maybe they won't, okay? Maybe they'll move out. At least for 12 months, they're locked in for 12 months. So you have that certainty of income for 12 months. And, you know, whenever a tenant moves out, you have to pay a set of fees with that to remarket the property. On average, over the years, it's been around about £600, you know, when they're talking about like inventory costs and remarketing and renewal costs and fees. It adds up to, you know, basically a month's rent. And I'm not looking to do that, okay? So that was the first thing. They both were 2 adults with a child, which is good. Usually families tend to stay in a house for longer, especially when they have children. And what really sold them to me and what I really liked was that both adults were working. So it wasn't just one adult, as with the other tenant, they were both working. So you'd expect there to not be any, or less likely to be, affordability issues. If one falls out of work, the other one's going to foot the bill. And they moved across in the UK and staying with family for the last 3 months. So they seem pretty keen. If you've just come to the UK, you've been with your family for 3 months, you want to get out, you want to get somewhere that you can lay your roots down with, especially if you have a child, be comfortable in, and hopefully stay there for a long time. So that is the tenant that I went with. Let me know who you went for in the comments. Thank you for watching. This year I'm making a video every month to answer any questions that you have for me. So whether you want to know whether you should invest in a limited company or in your own name, whether you should buy a flat or a house, what is the best way to get started in property, or who my barber is, just let me know. You can ask me in the comment section below, on Instagram, on TikTok, and I'll make a video dedicated to your questions. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.